Hello, future Zephyr. I am putting this book away in our Zephyr Pass Downs box today, so I decided that I would read it aloud for you so that when you're older, you can hear me read the story to you the way I would when you were a little kid. And I'm probably talking in a crazy baby voice right now that you won't hear when you're older. But that's how I talk to you right now in this part of your life. You're about to turn 3, and this is from your first birthday. So I thought this is probably a good time to put it away since it's a special book, and I don't want anything to happen to it over the years. Alright, so I'm going to read it. Where the Wild Things Are. Story and pictures by Maurice Sendak. And everybody wrote you lots of happy birthday wishes because they love you and you are very loved, Zephyr. Everyone loves you. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His parent called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye, and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. And now I'm going to read the note that I wrote for you. Dear Bubble, I chose to make your first birthday a wild rumpus because I wanted you to learn very early on that no matter what happens in life, it's always an option to choose to be wild and carefree. No matter what's going on, you can still choose to yell at the top of your lungs and jump and dance and sing and be authentically yourself. Being yourself, despite what others might think or do, can fix a lot of problems in your life and even prevent some from ever happening. To me, being wild means being mischievous and doing what feels right in your heart, no matter who tries to stop you. Nothing should ever be allowed to stand in your way on your path to personal happiness. If something does, be wild and show it how fearless you can really be. Believe in yourself and your ability to do what is right and what is fun, and don't let anything stop you. But above all else, never lose your ability to imagine and create. Create things to leave your mark on this world, for one day you will no longer be in it. I love you, wild thing. Be free always. And I said, Mom, 2 years ago, but I am Shui, huh? It's crazy. The end.